They know what they need tonight. A win in this game and a favourable result elsewhere to make it to the knockout stages. Stay with us, we have live action coming up for you. Every kick of the ball on EA TV. And a warm welcome on what is an ideal night for football, you've got to say. I'm Derek Ray, ready to bring you match commentary, and alongside me is Stuart Robson. And an important date for them today because progression to the round of 16 here at the Euros is on offer. It's Spain versus Wales.
Well, Derek, they can only focus on this game and get the 3 points here and then hope the other result goes their way. Of course it's hard, but they have to concentrate on playing well here.
Here's the lineup for Spain. Rodri plays with Fabian in the centre of midfield, and the main striker today is Morata. Good work from Spain to win back possession. And players waiting in the centre. Oh, how on earth has he missed that? What a glorious opportunity.
Well, the flag's gone up and he was offside, but he didn't know that when he took his shot.
A look at the starters for Wales.
Well, in this shape, if their wide players stay high up the pitch and get enough of the ball, it's a very attacking lineup. But if they drop too deep, they will then leave the centre-forward isolated, and it could be difficult for them.
Well, a glance at the table confirms that the home side are not really in the position they would ideally want to be in. It's pretty critical, Stuart. Must take the lead here. Oh, he's been denied, and they remain locked together.
Well, that's a good save, but really he should have scored from there. That's a big chance.
He's driven in the corner. Ideal for the goalkeeper, for any keeper. Having to shoot. A chance for them to provide a test in the form of a corner. Now sending it in. Just over the top in the end. Well, you never quite know who's going to dominate a game in advance, but I think you can maybe make an argument for this fellow, Stuart. What do you think we'll see from him today?
Well, the best...
Oh, wait a minute. They could be in here. The cross from Dani Carvajal. It comes to nothing in the end. Carvajal, opportunity to go ahead. Oh, off the post, still alive.
Well, they won't come closer than that, but they are creating chances, and surely a goal is coming.
And play halted, free kick given. Just cutting off the supply. James. A foul it most certainly was. Free kick given. Well, spot on with that challenge. Took a really smart piece of defending to stop them.
Well, Spain have seen more of the ball in the last 15 minutes, that's for sure, and have looked great going forward. They just need to take one of the chances they've created to get themselves ahead today.
Dani Olmo. Jordan James. They might be able to get in now. Well, he moved into an illegal position.
Well, he had the vision to pick out the through ball, but he couldn't play it quite quickly enough.
And very nicely positioned to win it back. Not a great challenge. Free kick here. And they need to get tighter here. And that was a very fine read. Dani Olmo. And a textbook interception. Davis. Rodon. Mepham with it. The referee correctly decided to play advantage. And he's retrospectively awarded the free kick now, having tried to give them the advantage. And following the infringement, a caution.
Yeah, no surprise there. That was always going to be a booking.
Oh, nice ball. Carvajal. Dani Olmo. Promising looking ball. Clearance needed to be better. In it goes! But it will not stand. Offside, Stuart.
Well, it looked close, didn't it? He certainly thought so. He's making that clear to the linesman now.
What to like about that pass? Using his strength to shield the ball. And Spain regaining possession. Carvajal. Oh, that's a really good run. An utterly disappointing cross. Goal kick. Well, we expected he would be a dominant figure out there. Every reason to believe he would be, but not so, Stuart.
Well, Derek, he's not been able to have an impact on the game so far. He's found it difficult to get on the ball, but credit to the opposition. They've played really well in that midfield area.
Chris Mepham. Now can he get on the end of this one? And offside, unfortunately. Carvajal. On the ball, Morata. Well, using the space really well, you've got to say. Morata is up there. But at one point on its flight, I wondered if the keeper would have difficulties, but no problems in the end. And with that, the first half draws to a close. You might say he'll be happy with some aspects of his performance so far, but not every aspect, Stuart.
It certainly wasn't his best half of football. He was slightly off the pace and he gave the ball away too easily at times. But we know he can do much better, so I'm expecting more from him in the second 45.
So back underway, and an intriguing second half in prospect. And he stopped them in their tracks. The defenders know you can't really allow space like that. Kiefer Moore. And the defensive intervention there. Having a shoot. Determined defending.
Well, that's not great, is it? There's been a real lack of quality in the game. The passing's been too safe, and there hasn't been enough movement from the front players. The recipe for a poor spectacle.
Well, high and more than a bit hopeful. Cucurella. Williams. And a lot to like about this attack. Half-hearted clearance. Rodri. Was spot on with that challenge. Vigorous defending. And what a magical save it was. Now sending it in. Last man back and job done. Now veering in field, and the danger's still on. Oh, body in the way, crucially. And the teams are locked together. Will it stay that way following this corner? And time for the change now. So the corner played into the box. And no problems at all for the keeper. Well, the outcome is a free kick here. They will now make use of their substitutes bench. And Spain struggling to keep the ball. Racing forward, trying to catch them out. Well, not every keeper would have been that brave.
Well, he read it brilliantly, didn't he? Top stuff from the keeper.
Nico Williams. And Wales recovering possession well. Joe Rodon. Ampadu. Moving the ball more than decently, but can they take the lead? Substitution then. Let's see how it affects the match. Well, the attack carried promise, but petered out. Into the final 20 minutes. Dani Olmo. He read the situation defensively and did his job. And the emphasis is on creativity. Well, it came to nothing in the end. Ampadu. Williams. Just the challenge that was required. And Wales come away with it. Well, he has the measure of his opponent. Excellent block. Fabian. On to Morata. And winning it back. 10 minutes to go. And he's through here. Wins it for them. There's every chance, and the fans are lapping this up.
Well, here's the replay. Watch how he goes past his man with such ease, and it's just a change of pace. And there's certainly no doubt about the finish. He really hits it with power and accuracy. Nothing the keeper can do about that.
Well, a dramatic moment near the end, and that might well be the decider. Alex Baena. Well, not long to go. They're still trailing, and their hopes of moving on look rather bleak.
Well, it doesn't look good, does it? They've found this group really tough at times, and today's been no different. As it stands, they won't be going through to the knockout stages.
Well, nothing wrong with the header, but it was always going that little bit off target. Well, they've decided to make a change. Well, time is of some concern. Can they level matters? Well, it fizzles out thanks to that piece of defending. Well, on you go, says the referee. Advantage. And he's retrospectively awarded the free kick now, having tried to give them the advantage. In it goes! To increase their advantage. And will that be the goal that ends up securing it for them?
Well, here it is again. He's alive to the situation. He makes good contact with the ball and he keeps it down. That's a nice headed goal.
Spanish defeat. Well, they were hoping that wouldn't be the big story at the end of the game, but they haven't got their wish. Stuart, your analysis.